Hey everybody, welcome to Trip Tuesday. I'm going to do a little something different this week if I can make it all work out. I seem to have lost my notes that I made, but I think most of it is in my memory, especially now that I have already made the notes. So this week what I'm going to do is my top must-dos at Walt Disney World. So I'm gonna start with Magic Kingdom, and with Magic Kingdom, that's one of the toughest places for me to pick my must-dos because there's so much there that I definitely feel like is must-do worthy. But I'm going to have to go to the old standbys. Probably my top two must-dos are Carousel of Progress and the People Mover. The Carousel of Progress, just because it's that classic Walt Disney created, and I love it, even though I feel like the last scene in it definitely needs to be updated some. And I always think back to the old song that used to play in the Carousel of Progress. So any of you who remember that song, comment down below. That's the one my mind always goes to, even though the song that's on there now has been on there for years. And the People Mover is just kind of a relaxing, laid-back trip around Tomorrowland. You get to see so much from like a higher point of view, and you know, you got an excellent view of the castle at that one point, and it's also like usually not a real long wait line. With those continually moving cars, you don't usually have to wait too awfully long for it. As far as restaurants in the Magic Kingdom, our go-to restaurant in the Magic Kingdom is not a sit-down restaurant, it's a quick service. We love Pecos Bill's, and we eat there pretty much every time we go to Magic Kingdom. I am hard pressed to think of a time that we didn't go to Pecos Bill's. My sister used to love it because she loved the toppings bar that was there, and how they had cheese sauce and sauteed mushrooms and just like everything you could think of for a cheeseburger, it was there on that buffet. And now that they have switched to more of a Tex-Mex type food, they still have the toppings bar, and it does, you know, you could get a smaller meal if you liked a lot of like veggies and stuff and not have to buy as much food. Me, I don't really eat vegetables, so it's kind of pointless. I can get shredded cheese off the toppings bar, and that's about it. But as far as that, it still ranks way up there, even though we kind of liked it better when it was a hamburger place, but it's still good now. My next favorite park would be Animal Kingdom, and that's a tricky one there too. We haven't been to Animal Kingdom anywhere near as many times as we've been to Magic Kingdom. I mean, that's the same with any of the parks, of course, because they're newer. But with Animal Kingdom, I'm probably going to pick Dinosaur and the Kilimanjaro Safaris. And Dinosaur just because it has that thrill aspect, but it's not super wild. And Kilimanjaro Safaris just because I love to see the animals. And you know, you kind of have to wait a while sometimes to ride it, depending on the time of year you go, or if you have a fast pass or that kind of thing. But I think it's almost always definitely worth the wait. Different times of day you don't always necessarily see as many animals, but it's definitely way up there. As far as restaurants in Animal Kingdom goes, usually our go-to there is also not a sit-down restaurant. We almost always eat at Restaurantosaurus, and it's just because it's a quick in and out normally. Even if the lines are long, they usually move pretty quick. They've got your typical chicken tenders, french fries, you know, but if you want a little something different, you can get that too. Pretty big dining area, so you don't usually have to wait for a table unless it's like one of the super busy times of the year. So that's usually our go-to there. We don't usually take time to sit down at a restaurant there. The next park that I'm going to go with for my must-dos is Epcot. With Epcot, I think I'm going to stick with Spaceship Earth. I think I'm going to stick with Spaceship Earth because it's just that classic. Don't call it a ball, it's a geodesic sphere. So it's just that classic. I'm kind of excited to see what the changes are going to be in store for when they redo it and update it, with, you know, closing down here soon. So I'm kind of excited for that. Also, I love the American Pavilion. It is probably my favorite of all the pavilions, which I know is kind of strange because I'm here in America. I ought to want to go see other countries and things, which I do love them as well, but I love the Voices of Liberty. And the last time we were there, they were not performing that day, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit, but I love the Voices of Liberty. I've always been a little bit of a history nerd, definitely not as much as a science nerd. Okay, I'm just a nerd altogether, but anyway, I love the history aspect of it as well, so I always have to go into the American Pavilion. As far as restaurants go in Epcot, I'm going to go with the Garden Grill. We've eaten there now twice, I believe, but we plan to go in April. I really enjoy it. Just the characters that are there. You've got the classic characters, and the breakfast, you can't beat it. And it's nice that you don't have to get up and go to a buffet and you're just sitting there and you just wait, and that you also get to see Living with the Land as the restaurant turns. And last but not least, is probably my least favorite park, and that's probably it's probably the hardest park for me to try to decide must-dos, because honestly, it is definitely the park that we have been to the fewest number of times. But I'm gonna have to say that in Hollywood Studios, probably our must-do is Tower of Terror, at least for me. And honestly, even though I consider it a must-do, I haven't been able to ride it as much the last few years because I'm getting old, and I get motion sickness on like roller coasters and certain rides. So even though I love like Expedition Everest and Space Mountain and things like that, I can't really ride them as much. But if I had to pick a must-do at Hollywood Studios, it would be Tower of Terror. I also really liked Fantasmic. We have only seen it one time because normally the few times that we have been there, we don't stay until park close. But I really enjoyed it the year that we did watch it. It was a couple of years ago because we didn't go last year just because of all the construction that was going on. We are going this year, so hopefully we will get to see it. Again, with Hollywood Studios, we usually stick with quick service, and I don't think we have tried any of the sit-down restaurants there so far. So I'd probably just have to pick the ABC Commissary because that's usually where we typically land to eat our meals. This year we are, however, trying the Sci-Fi Dine-In, so I'm really excited for that. I think I will enjoy that, so I will definitely let you guys know how that one goes. I'm going to also do some must-dos for Disney Springs. Our must-do at Disney Springs is Rainforest Cafe. We have went to the one outside of Animal Kingdom a few times, but we definitely like the location in Disney Springs better. And we know that, you know, you can go elsewhere. We have one, the closest one to us is Nashville. So we've been over there once before, but it's definitely not the same thing because you don't have that outside facade to kind of give the ambiance of what it is. We go there almost every year when we go. And we also always do the World of Disney store because just souvenirs, you know, you can't beat them. As far as must-do snacks, my definitely must-do snack is the Mickey's Premium Ice Cream Bar. I have to at least get 2 or 3 every year when we go. It is my go-to snack. I absolutely love them. When we went on our cruise, the first one I believe we went on, it came to become a running joke, and he would bring me like 2 of them every night, and I would end up eating them because I wouldn't want them to waste since he brought them to me. Also, on top of that, I do really enjoy the cotton candy. I don't know if it is if I would consider it a must-do, but I get some almost every time we go. Same with popcorn. That is not necessarily a Disney-only item, so I don't know if I would consider it a Disney must-do, but definitely the Mickey Premium Bars because that is the only place you can get them. I know that they have those ones that are supposed to be in the freezer section at grocery stores. I have yet to find them anywhere around where I live, so if you've had any better luck finding them, let me know. So what are your all's Disney must-dos? I know that my list is not everyone's list, that everybody has their favorites, and I could definitely pick way more, especially in Magic Kingdom. My other park must-dos are fewer. I mean, there are things that I love in each and every park, but there aren't as many must-do things there that I have to do. So you all let me know down below, what is your Disney must-do? Like I said, I know that they are varying and everybody has their favorites, but I am so interested to hear what your all's Disney must-dos are. I've got some on my list. As many times as I have been to Disney, I actually have a list of things that I'm hoping to get to do this time or sometime in the near future. I'm planning on doing a video of things that I do want to do at Disney one day. I've got a few of them that I'm trying to tick off this year. But definitely let me know your must-dos, and I will talk to you guys soon. Life's short. Enjoy the run. Bye!